Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Marcusi Show. And as you can tell, it's a split screen because I have brought on a co-host, my favorite co-host, Patrick Casey. Pat, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. It's good to talk to you again. I
It
heard my
is
Coop
good.
is featured in the background.
Hi, Coop.
I can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who
It's
don't
always
know, Pat Casey, me and Pat, fellow Merrimack, or I'm a Merrimack alum. Casey is still at Merrimack, but if there's anyone I know who can talk
we
Bruins,
used to do this every week, so now we're back.
we're trying to do it. Considering I've been at BU as the as Casey likes to poke at me for.
He's a terrierist now, as I like to say.
Since I've been at BU and Casey's been at Merrimack, we haven't really been able to do our radio show, right? So I wanted a way to, start up doing the podcast thing, start up doing the YouTube thing, and it kind of felt like I needed somebody to kind of bounce my ideas off of, and what better way to do it than to have this man over here? So, Casey, we should get right into it. But first, how's it going? We
It's
just
going
lost the
good, buddy. How are you?
Patriots.
The hockey blogs are awesome. I read them all the time.
Dude,
Not a whole lot new over here.
that stuff is like it's so fun to kind of just like and there's so much that I've learned from doing it that it's like it's like stuff about like even on the media side of things. Like I've learned so much about how to use Twitter or X that I didn't even think I would like know, right? Like how to take a video and then like post it. By the way, if you want to, you click the three dots on a video, copy the link, and then just like type up your own tweet and post it. And then it just like does that. It's insane.
All right.
So like if you want to take a Patriots highlight, like we were just talking off air, guys, about Kayshon Boutte, what that he just like catches touchdowns, right?
All the guy does is just catch touchdowns and first downs.
So if somebody like had a compilation of just like Kayshon Boutte touchdowns and you on, by the way, I'll plug your Twitter so people can follow you for your stuff. Is it still Casey Kid 12
No, no. It's
or did you switch it?
what is like because Patrick Casey's like taken like so much, I had to like fix a name. It's Patrick Casey MC. One word.
All right, all right. Is that why I couldn't find it?
I
I
mean,
was like,
I'm known as Pat the intern, so you guys will see me like that.
for those who didn't know, Casey's coming off a 98.5 The Sports Hub internship, and he is ripping
Don't tell
the
people that; they're
title.
probably gonna hate me now.
Um,
It looks like this.
yeah, I'm looking
Um,
down at my screen now.
yeah, Patrick Casey MC. You can follow me there. I
We
think
need
I'm
to
pretty
get
funny
you,
on there. I'm not too serious, but
no, but we need to get you a profile picture. Like,
yeah, I'll fix it someday. I put that
s-
MC in there when I was like 2 years ago. So
you're much further ahead than RG, who needs to get on Twitter, period, because he hasn't
yeah,
been.
that guy needs to get on Twitter. He's got to stop texting the group chat everything.
GMRG. So obviously you guys are here for the Bruins talk, and we want to talk about, we want to get it out. Me and Casey love doing it. I mean, I feel like every time we hang out, it's just like it begins with that. So they're on a three-game winning streak,
Yeah,
and this is
hot
at
as
like
ever,
a
man.
what?
Hot as ever.
Hot as ever. They're 7-7 at 500. They are just, I think they're at the wild card, or they are just below it.
Yeah, they're third. Well, they were third and the Senators won, so like they might be fourth now.
Right. So, and they've played the most games in the Eastern Conference too. That's
It
insane.
certainly feels like it. They play every day. It
Yeah.
feels like to me.
Yeah. So right now, Bruins are third in the wild card. Casey, I know you've got some thoughts on them. So what overall are you, I guess I want to know from your side of things, like, what's impressed you the most and what's like concerning you, because there are things I've found that I think are positive and things I've also found
Yeah.
that I think are negative.
Well, I think the main thing is I have no idea what the hell this team is. And I think most people can say that. I can't tell you if they're going to be good, and I can't tell they might win the cup for all I know this year. I have no idea. Okay. They're 7-7 right now. The first thing I look at it though is we were all wrong about what the problems of the team was coming into the year.
I
I think
agree.
that's completely like a statement now that the goal scoring, which we thought they were going to score like 2 goals a game, they can't stop scoring goals, but they also can't prevent the team from scoring goals either.
Yeah, I feel like the we thought or we felt like coming in, it was just going to be like the defense was just going to be like strong, structured,
They're second in the Atlantic for goals for.
and probably,
They are first in goals against.
yeah, I was
As the
going to
like not
say.
yeah.
So I kind of look at that and I just say like, there was something that management kind of guaranteed on the team that they were going to be competitive. Let's omit the Ottawa loss from that statement because
I mean,
that,
I said it to you when it happened. That's
yeah,
their annual. They get killed north of the border every year, and that happens. So
even without Brady Kachuk, that is insane that that happened.
that was
But
tough. That was a tough thing to look at.
yeah,
They,
but
I have a
what
feeling though they're gonna be bad against like faster teams. But go ahead. Sorry.
that you say faster teams that in when we talk about this team, right? And like they talk about the identity, right? They're in every single game. Something I've noticed about them is that they get down early and or most games it's just they start chasing the other team like starts to possess the puck more and then as you watch they're not able to generate shots, let alone possession and early on it gets frustrating, but then as the game goes along, they start to generate momentum and then all of a sudden they're right back in it, but at some points especially during the road trip, it just felt like they were, especially against Vegas, felt like they were catching up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to see a ton of the West Coast because
Right.
they play every game at 10. But um, like I just like can't help but think like if they don't lose six straight, like what are they right now? Like you know what I'm saying? Like they could be I don't know 10-5, like
Or even in the point sense.
10-4 because math they played 14 games.
Yeah, I know. But when you think about
Ten and
all
four,
these
probably
games that
that
they've
many.
competed in, it's like the amount of points, like the one goal game losses is something I look at. Last I saw was like 1-4. I'm going to quickly check on hockey reference to see situationally, but it just feels like those sort of close games that they've dropped really have taken away some points that they could have gotten. I remember you and me growing up, the Bruins have been a team, especially when they were building towards the 2019 Cup final. It felt like a lot of games they had, it would be like, what am I trying to say? They would get to overtime. They would get to overtime, you'd get the point.
Yeah, they couldn't like there would be stretches where they could not lose in regulation. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they'd have the worst game of their lives, but they would still somehow they would lose 3-2 in overtime and be like, well, I guess it's not that bad. They got a point out of it. So like
And it would make you feel better about like
it
the
would.
situation because it was just like, oh, they lost, but
I never
you
feel good
can
about them. But yeah, it
you
made me
never
feel.
feel good about them losing in overtime because it's like frustrating.
No, I don't
And
feel good about the match. Like I'm just saying, like you know me, like they could win the cup, and I still won't believe that they win the cup. I can't just that's just the way I am. That's the way I'm wired. I don't know.
but it's like I take a look at it and I say like, okay, one goal games, they're 4-4. They were 1-4 at one point, and through like that losing stretch, things looked bad to me from the sense that I'm thinking of it from like a defensive standpoint. They've definitely figured it out. They've definitely switched it up. They turned it
Yeah,
around.
they've been better recently for sure.
And I wanted to kind of discuss like the defensive pairings and in my opinion on what's been going on there. I had discussed how like, a lot of people have been skeptical of Charlie McAvoy and like his play and then like Mason Lohrei's pairing. I personally think that pairing, the fact that they split them up, Sturm did, I think that's been like the best thing that the best decision like going forward into these games. Like,
Yeah,
since
well, I mean, it's starting to feel like Laura I can't defend. So like I like you had to do something because McAvoy. I don't think McAvoy's good enough right now to like overcome that.
Well, I looked at it at the beginning of the season. I don't know if you remember when I was doing like my lineup predictions. I had McAvoy with Lindholm, and honestly, at this point, seeing it now, I'd keep McAvoy and Zadorov together because those two are,
Yeah, I really like those two. There's something about it that's just gritty and it's just mean.
yeah,
It's
Zadorov was,
uncomfortable for the other team.
dude. There was a penalty where Zadorov like
They just
absolutely,
shoved the guy down.
yeah, and it's like I didn't like how it was like made a call, but McAvoy said like he's just like strong like that,
He's
and
stronger than. And, I mean, against Carolina, you could tell McAvoy's feeling it too. One of his
yeah.
games he's had in a while.
I said it was like he had he had like a good trick-or-treating day the day before. Like that's how he was like playing. But I looked at situationally, McAvoy coming off that injury at Four Nations. My whole thing with it was you need to give for Charlie McAvoy, I think to be at his best, you need to have someone, and you could speak to this better than I could, but I feel like in a defensive pairing sense, McAvoy can play better when he has someone who's experienced, composed, and can allow him to sort of flourish more offensively because I mean, that goal with Middlestat, he was right in the play with off the rush, and that was like a sick little
Right.
2-on-1.
Yeah,
So
I think it's a thing where it's like, oh, the lag there. All right, we're back.
you're
I
good.
think it's a thing there that it's like, I'm not sure if McAvoy is quite good, and I know the fans are gonna hate to hear this. It's just the truth from what I've seen. I don't know if McAvoy's good enough to like lead a defensive pair on his own. If that makes like obviously he does it anyway with
No,
Zadorov. I'm not saying Zadorov's like Bobby Orr back there, but like I don't think McAvoy's good enough to just handle everything on his own.
I
So when
think
he has a guy like Zadorov, who's like a professional veteran guy back there, who's steady, and he does his thing, I think it frees McAvoy's up like his at least his head to just
yeah,
hey, go out and play. Like I don't have to worry about the guy next to me. I don't have to worry about because with Lori, the guy is like I mean, how many times have we texted back and forth like he's got to be stronger on the stick or something.
right. Like against Florida, like I look at those two plays and the first goal and then was it a turnover or was it like a
Yeah, he
breakaway?
was taking the puck up the ice, whatever, and he like kind of lost it. And then I forget who it was, but he kind of just got shoved off the puck by a Panther. And I was like, and we're
Yeah.
like, dude, that's not NHL right there.
Yeah. And for me, I look at Lorai's situation, the Bruins are now I want to say they've won all three without Lorai in the lineup, and that's because Aspero's come in. But
Yeah, he's been trashed for 3 games now.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is insane to think about considering the bridge deal he just signed. And I kind of wanted to discuss this too with you. It's like, you sign a player to a bridge deal like that, you're giving him that sort of prove it, like show us what you got now. Elevate can you elevate yourself? Like we know what
Want
Mason
to turn the lights on, by the way? I just realized, sorry, like I just realized how
No,
dark in
no, no. If you want to turn on the lights, you can.
I'll
I
be
don't
right back.
mind. Like
I'm
go
listening to
ahead.
what you're
Go
saying.
ahead.
Dark still, guys. Everyone.
Go ahead.
Jeez. I was looking at it. I'm like, it is pitch black in my room.
Yeah, I know. It's didn't they turn the clocks back?
Yeah, it's
Did
daylight savings today.
so we
I don't know
get
what this thing is either. I
you're
don't know what.
fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Don't do not worry about it. Most people listen to
Sorry, what
Spotify
you were
anyway.
saying?
Wait, but did we gain an hour or lose it?
Well, no, we gained one. So
Okay.
at 2 a.m. it goes back to 1 a.m.
Oh, so I had an extra hour's sleep after I left.
Correct. That's why
Oh,
it feels like it's 5 right now, 5:40.
oh wow. All right. Well,
Really
I'll
cool.
take that. I'll take that. Hold on. Where was I?
We've just
Laura.
decided as a society that it's okay for it to be black at 4 o'clock.
I don't. I wish it was different. I love it when it's brighter out like all day. It like keeps me more awake. But, you know. Anyways,
Right. Sorry.
no, no, it's fine. This is what we're about, you and me. But back to Laurie though. We talk about the bridge deal. We talk about how good he is offensively, how prolific he is as a skater, how great he is in transition. Like I see all that. But I think kind of throwing him up on that first pair with McAvoy when McAvoy's still, coming back from the injury and everything, I wasn't exactly as confident about that pairing as it came into the season because I was thinking like both have their stuff they kind of need to figure out. And I was saying this, and I thought that Laurie should probably play with a peak or play with a
That's kind of my point, is what I'm saying. Like
right.
I'm not trying to piss everyone off and say McAvoy's like bad or something. I
No,
just think
no,
his game right now is not at a place where he can just like handle everything else. Like he's got to really figure out how he needs to play first.
right.
I
And
think having a guy like Zadorov back there helps him do that just because he's like, all right, I can just go play now. I know I have Zadorov's gonna be fine, right? He's gonna be fine back there. He's strong. He's good with the puck. So McAvoy thinks I can just go play. Whereas if Laura's back there, I don't know, maybe McAvoy thinks, all right, I got to take care of this guy on the ice because
Right.
he's like a minus 100 in his last two seasons.
Right. And that's I guess for the good of the team, it's something you don't exactly, if you're looking to be that sort of competitive team, it's not something you exactly want to.
Was McAvoy and Laura the on the ice for the what was it when they lost? Was it the Panther game when they lost? What was the sixth straight loss for them?
I think it was I think it was
When
the
like I think was it Geekie when Geekie tied it up and then Panther scored right after.
or was it the Ducks? Hold on, let me go to the game log
I think it might be the Ducks. You might be right on that.
here.
Sorry,
It might
guys.
have
Look
been
out, professional
no,
league.
no, no,
Ready to
because
go.
the sixth straight loss. So it's Tampa one, Vegas two, Colorado three, Utah four, Florida five. I think it was Anaheim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. And I
He was
wanted to mention,
so pissed after the game. Remember that?
yeah. And something I also want to talk about with part of the kinks of the team was the defensive breakdowns. A lot of the talk media wise has been about Sturm's sort of like system and how he plays. Like I really wanted to talk to you about this, the man-to-man versus zone thing. They even brought it up yesterday. And what you're starting to see is a lot of teams, catching Bruins in pick and roll situations where like they get caught together. And then I noticed at least a lot when the puck goes behind the net, and this is dating back to like Washington. I want to, or not Washington, Chicago, where, the puck goes behind the net and then like I don't know if this is a Sturm thing, and I think it might be, but it's when the puck goes behind the net, they just all sort of swarm that player and try and like take the puck away, right? Have you seen that too?
Yeah, I think you see like I think that it's a copycat league as they say, and I think the Panthers do this the best out of any team in the
Right,
league, obviously for the last 2 years. I think there's a balance. There's like you need a balance of both zone and man.
right,
I can't stand zone personally, like
because
especially in the playoffs because I just think you allow the team to just move the puck around, and
right,
it's so infuriating to me that they never get on the like. I feel like I had this problem with when Cassidy was the
right.
they would never attack people on the boards. I was losing my effing mind
They
all the
would
time.
no, they would
It would just
pack
be
it
stick
in.
handling, and then you just find the guy in the slot, and it's a goal, and it's like, all right, dude, nice, way to good D. But anyway, I also hate, man, you can get a little tangled up, as you said, if you're following the puck, you can like run those pick plays and like have people crash into each other. So you need a little bit of balance of both. But
Right,
I think there's a certain play that every team is trying to play like the Panthers because they've proven that that's the most sustainable way to win games in this
right.
league when it matters most. And yeah, you get on people right when they get the puck. That's how you
Well,
need to do it. These guys,
you've
it's the players are too good now in the NHL to
yeah.
give them space.
Well, you've seen the Bruins kind of emulate that, especially I want to credit the bottom six a lot. Like especially I felt like at the beginning of the year I said that the Bruins fourth line would be like the everybody was saying the Bruins fourth line would be the best fourth line in the league. They are executing that sort of play style to perfection. Like the speed, and I even like
I mean,
how
the thing
what?
about it too, though, like they're not exactly right. Like we say, like Sturm's a defensive guy. They're not exactly packing it in. Like
No,
as the saying goes, like they again,
no.
we already talked about. They scored just about as much as anybody in the
Yeah.
league does.
And it's interesting. It's interesting because like going back to it, we thought it was going to be, they weren't going to allow as many goals. And I want to say as well, I don't know what you think. Goaltending's been fantastic for me. The goaltending especially in wins, they're like one of the best teams in the league, like
It's
save
been
percentage wise.
fantastic, but I think it needs to be better if they want any chance of doing anything.
What do you mean?
Like I like I would s- I you disagree with me on this. I think Swayman's been like a B plus. I think he needs to play like A minus level hockey if they need. You know what I'm saying?
I'd give him okay. Is that because are we thinking back to the Ottawa game, or is that just like more overall?
No, just don't like I don't. He hasn't been like he's been good. He's been
Right.
fine. Like I need to see like a. Oh, I froze.
You're
There,
fine.
I'm back. I
You're
need to
fine.
see like they get outshot 40 to I don't know 17.
Yeah.
Swayman allows two. It's like, and they win 4-2 for some reason, something like
Right.
that. It's a little bit of a stupid niche thing to say, but he's kind of been Rasky, dare I say. He's been Rasky. He stops the puck he sees. He doesn't stop the puck he doesn't see. And it's like,
I just think that, of course it will. Yeah, upgrade. Guys, we're recording this on Zoom, so we're trying to like figure out the kinks and everything. If
that's
you
my
have,
fault.
real quick, before we sort of transition back in, if you have any like recommendations for like a streaming thing that me and Casey could do this on, I'll gladly take it because, we're just trying to figure out the kinks and everything. But no, back to the point though, I gotta say what you would want from Swayman after what last year was, I feel like
Oh, it's been night and day better than last year.
it's night and day better. I feel like I'm content with his from your
Exactly.
examination.
That's a good word to use. Like I've been content with his play so far.
Right. It's like the B plus is enough for what he's been doing. And even
With the
then,
money that we're paying him, I would like him to be like, the guy, be
like
one of the best five goalies in the league.
right, like Shesterkin, like what
Exactly.
he's been doing this year. Or Spencer Knight. He's been doing great in
Listen, by the way, of course, obvious. They played 14 games and Swimmen's played what? I don't know, nine of them. So
they've
like,
they've both split 7, I want to say. So hold on, let me check that. Let me just
well,
check
of
that real
course,
quick.
there's room for that to happen. I'm just saying, as of now, this is what I think Swimmen has done so far.
Right. But I think for us as like fans, we should be because I was gonna bring this up as well. Corpusalo, yeah, okay, Swayman's played 8. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, played 8. Jonas has played 6, and they're both
Facts
500.
right, Marcus.
What?
Get your facts right.
But no, they've both played equal amount of game or equal amount of wins and losses. But I have to say, even though these numbers, like I'm actually surprised looking at this, but it's also like we said, they have a bunch of goals against. It doesn't feel like the goaltending has played to a 896, 882 save percentage.
I would
And
like to correct something I said earlier for the people before they get mad at me. I'm aware now. I'm looking at it. The Senators have more goals against than the Bruins do. I know. I
so
see
what
them.
does that make us second in the
51,
division?
48.
Are you serious? That is insane. But no, back to yeah, like both Swayman and Corpusalo have allowed like 20 plus goals, which feels unbelievable to me with especially Jonas, like the streaks of saves that he's made, especially in those like clutch moments.
I think I saw somebody tweet like, is Corpusalo like the best worst goalie in the league right now?
Well, I mean, I have to say, like, when the lights shine brightest, the guy shows up. Like he'll make those necessary saves that you need. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what you want. And even I thought, who do we? What was it? Thursday we played. God, I'm going back in between my tabs here. Thursday we played Buffalo, right? And I thought that Swayman was going to get the start to that, but you
Yeah, that
brought
was
it back.
crazy. Yeah, yeah. Back-to-back starts for Corpy.
That was his first back-to-back start in his Bruins like tenure. He didn't like back-to-back start, of course, until when he was back with Ottawa, right? So for me seeing that, I was like, okay, giving him a little bit of a extended leash with the games, and rightfully so. I think he well deserved it. I think it just shows how good both goalies have been for me, which is why I say I'm content with it. I can't
Yeah,
believe
I would
it's
say
that
satisfactory from the goaltending for sure.
satisfactory. I enjoy it. But all in all, with the team, I'd say, for the I want to touch on everything so much. I just don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's been so long since we've done an
Yeah,
episode of
there's so much stuff to get to. If you want, we can do that thing that we wanted to
like
talk about.
the after further review. There's so much further review that we haven't like gotten into. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Definitely.
off season and everything. It's
Stuff
it's
for the Zoom thing, man. They're giving us time. Like they give us 5 minutes. They give us 40 minutes for people who don't know for free Zoom, and so
yeah.
we have 5 minutes left to say.
I thought it was 30. You
No,
know?
we have to do this for we have to do it for one of my classes. We have to do a Zoom thing for free, like a group project. So
Like a Zoom interview?
no, it's like a group project thing that we're doing.
Oh, shoot. So you gotta like,
We come together once a week and do it. So
oh, that must be annoying when it's just like you gotta talk and then it's just like, oh, it's ending, gotta like we're about to do. So anyone who's got a recommendation for anything, please, we'd love to take it. Here.
buy Zoom Plus.
Zoom Plus, get out of here. I'm not doing that crap. Yeah, we can transition into your segue. This would be perfect if we had an ad, hashtag ads, but
Yeah.
we're not
Well,
going
you
to.
know, if we grow the game, maybe we get there.
We're gonna grow the after further review. Here, I'm not upgrading to pro,
We're
but
up
I'm
there with What Chaos. We were neck and neck in ratings. You know what I'm saying?
gonna Rep, what were we talking about? So, anyways, for people who don't know, we need to find a streaming platform
So
that
we're
works.
back. That was probably really weird, but I'm sure Marcus will fix it in editing.
We will fix it. We will fix it in post. That was a 9 minutes you have to wait if you have free Zoom. So, oh my God. Is
We're back
is
now. We have 40 more minutes to discuss. I went to the blue light, by the way, because I couldn't stand. I
the
figured out
fluorescent?
it's the light up top that I just have in my room.
Yeah,
It casts like a shadow over me. I don't know why it does that, but I
yeah.
don't love this now with the lines. But I think it's better than
I
having
think
a
it
thing across my face.
honestly. It looks like. Do you remember in elementary school? Like, did you guys have like the laser? Like when you would do like your photo? Like you remember the lasers in the background? Like that's
Yeah,
kind of what you look like right now. I'm not
I
even
don't know
gonna
what
lie.
this is either. It's gonna bug me. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll fix it for
You're
next week.
fine. You're
I'm trying my
fine.
best here. This is unprofessional. Let's go.
Casey, don't worry about it. So wait. Um, we were touching on I forget like what we were touching on, like
We're gonna
why
do the geeky thing.
the geeky thing.
We
Casey
took a
guys,
break. You said you wanted a commercial and like an ad,
commercial break. We
and
don't
then we're
have
back
we
to
don't
the
have
geek.
any ad revenue. So it was just a quick commercial break, 9 minute commercial break. Nobody
Well,
would
let's
want to
for next
listen
week
to it.
we should fake a sponsor. It's
Take a
like
sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Mariah Carey because Christmas is right around the corner, or so commercialism wants us to believe. So
November. It's November 2nd.
it's November 2nd, but
Hey,
I'm
man,
but I'm already
that's
getting
effed up,
Christmas.
dude.
Yeah. Halloween went by, or should I say October went by a little
It did.
fast.
It really did. I went
But
out. I went to Nashville too, so that made it feel like it was freaking. It was like 8 days.
yeah, but it's also like I feel like the commercials just like start the Christmas commercials starting in the middle of October was just kind of like okay. Like
I haven't really seen it.
Amazon,
I haven't really seen it yet.
you haven't?
No,
Ah,
I've
well.
seen Halloween commercials a lot. All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
He
Happy
has all
Halloween
right.
to those who celebrated yesterday and
Yeah.
this weekend
So, yeah, I can't believe that.
or
Get
Friday, I should say. It was Friday.
let's get back to the Bruin stuff. You have
Okay.
you have a thing about Morgan Geekie that really surprised me when you texted me this morning, but I kind of want to get into it
I
because
don't know
I
where this. Go
what?
ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Because it's something that never really crossed my mind because we talk about, we're gonna start talking about the Olympics as it ramps up and, who's going to get in, who's going to get invited. And you talk about Morgan Geeking. I'll let you introduce this because this is your thing and I want you to have the spotlight on it. So take it away.
I'm back. I don't know how it's gonna look when we keep freezing.
It's fine. I'll fix it in post. And then soon enough, we'll fix it in pre.
I
But go
don't
ahead.
know where this came from, but I had an epiphany or something one day, and I think it was after because I have Morgan Geekie on my fantasy team now in hockey,
Right.
and because my roommate dropped him, who I'm playing against, actually, he dropped him, so I picked him up, and he has scored.
Wait, who dropped him?
Danny,
What?
I don't.
Anyways,
He dropped him before he started. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
lucky you.
Uh, what?
I said lucky you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Definitely. Okay. Morgan Geekie. All right. I don't know what I had an epiphany or something where he scored. And I know he didn't score in the Canes game, but before that, he scored in 6 straight games. And I said to myself, how much longer does he have to keep doing this before people just think this guy's pretty good at hockey, right? And he's tied for third in the league right now in goals with 9.
Right.
Well, I thought, what should he get to before he has to have real considerations about making Team Canada at the Olympics?
Well, I mean, I think you have to have a certain amount of consistency because
I
when you
mean,
when you look at it, I feel like there's a big debate around Geeky whether it's like
for like
I've heard
7 straight months, all the guy does is scoring goals.
yeah, I know.
You
It's
saw that stat. He has
ridiculous.
the most goals in the league since January.
Yeah. I mean, the NHL
The
had
lead, like that's everybody who plays hockey in the world. He has the most goals.
yeah. What was it? Like the NHL posted that, right? It was like Pasternak, Dorofeyev, and then first was Geeky, right? I
Yeah,
think
I wonder how you look that up.
so on the NHL, like, and I'll tell for people, you go to statistics and then you go by game, like skaters, and then you click like by game, and you can go back to a certain. So for me, if I wanted to go back to January of 2025, or even
Oh, I see it now. Okay, yeah.
yeah, so Pasternak has the most points up to this point since February 1st, 2025. Like that's something that you can look up in the NHL um like statistical database. And yeah, Geeky leads the league in goals since that February 1st date that I
Okay.
just put up on the thing. So you think there's a chance that he could genuinely like make the Team Canada's roster?
That's kind of my question. Is like I don't think it's gonna happen, but like why not? You know,
Why
like
not?
why would you? If you're a Canadian fan, why would you not want this guy on your team as like a fourth liner?
So do you before we really get into the discussion, Geeky, because you and I are both going to agree that he's easily one of the Bruins like mainstay like best players. Like we both like that's obvious.
Team Marcus probably.
What?
I guess I said he's the second best. He's the second best forward on the team.
I would say that easily. Like the goal
No, it's
scoring
not even
is
close. Who's better than him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even close.
you could argue Zaka based on his start, but then again, just like the heater Geeky's been on.
I just think Geekie has more skill than Zaka. I think Zaka's better in different things, though. But
Well, and when we talk about like Canada and whatnot and the role that Geeky could play, it's like, obviously Canada is so like if you want, I have the projected forwards up from NHL.com. This was 4 days ago, by the way. We are less than 100 days away from the Olympics.
yeah, and I just want to say out loud, by the way, I live in the United States, so I will not be rooting for Morgan Geekie if he happens to put on a Canadian jersey.
Okay, well, I will for him, nobody else.
How's your World
But
Series, Canada? Nice.
what?
How's your World Series, Canada? Nice job, guys.
I can't believe you were rooting against the Blue Jays.
I
But
wasn't really. I was rooting. I just thought it'd be funny for both things. Like, you know what I'm saying it'd be funny if both teams lost. Like, that's what I thought.
yeah, but that anyway.
Toronto lost another game 7 in something. That's funny to me. It can't not be funny to me. And if the Dodgers lost, then I would be happy for a million years.
I feel like the NHL would feel the same way if it was Florida and Edmonton again. Or actually, no, everybody would just want Edmonton, except for you, because you just don't want Canada to win.
Can't see Canada do anything that's good.
My God. Anyways, Canada's forwards projected. We are 100 days away from the Olympics, which is, in my like, I'm getting the chills, like, because I love the Olympics, especially when NHL guys are going to get back into it. I mean, here's
Awesome.
their
The Four
what?
Nations was awesome last year.
Yeah, I know. And the fact that we get like, I don't want to call the Four Nations not legitimate, like international hockey, but we're
The
getting like
shit is that you could get
yeah,
for what that was.
we're getting everybody.
Yeah.
So I think we should just go right into what these projected forwards are in alphabetical order. So it's not like who has the
Yep.
most points, but we can get into it. Sam
Yeah.
Bennett, what?
No, no, go ahead. I mean, some of these are gimmies, obviously, but
Right. Sam Bennett, Anthony Cirelli, Sidney Crosby, Brandon Hagel, Nathan McKinnon, Brad Marchand, Mitch Marner, Connor McDavid, Braden Point, Sam Reinhart, Mark Scheifele, Mark Stone, Nick Suzuki, and Tom Wilson. So
that is
you
the
think
question. who's he gonna make it over? That's how you have to think about it.
That's how you have to think about it. But I pose the question, if you look at Canadians and who's doing the best right now. Hold on, I actually screwed up the stat thing right there. Like right now, if we look at who's Canadian and doing well in the league, Scheifele leads the league in points. I mean,
Yep.
Macklin Celebrini wasn't even listed on that projected roster. He's tied for fourth in the league. Suzuki tied for fourth in the league. Like so you look at, isn't Nick Schmaltz Canadian too, or am I like tripping here? Because like Nick Schmaltz is playing really, really well. Oh no, he's an American, sorry. But when you just look at, what all these Canadian skaters are doing, like now you have to think about where it comes down to in terms of like a role, right? Because I mean, a guy last year on Canada who made the rosters, one of the last guys was like Seth Jarvis. Like Jarvis was a guy who could play like a bottom six role on a really like skilled team like that. So, I mean, for me, if I think about Morgan Geekie and what he could do for a team like Canada, he definitely, like when the Bruins brought him in, that was kind of the role we expected him to play. Was that middle six, like gritty checking forward who could score, right? And he's played above that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
for me, I just look at all those names and I'm like who does he actually go above? Because I'd love to see it, but right now among Canadians, he's tied for second in scoring, and that's among the ranks of Scheifele, Crosby, and Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon's first.
This is
So
my point. I guess my point is like then because I kind of knew that in the back of my head that it'd be really it's a tough roster to make, obviously.
right, right.
Um, One question I have, you think, is Canada gonna run the same team back from the Four Nations last year?
I mean, it's you think about how much experience that group got together. Would they want to add anybody new? Like, would they want to like shuffle it up a bit?
There'd be no need. I mean, I don't know. I think USA was didn't have their best guys on the ice, but
USA didn't have Matthew for the tail end of that, which
we didn't have Quinn Hughes either the
oh
whole.
my God. Imagine, dude. But yeah, no, we'll get a kind of chance to see that. But you know, I think
So
if Geek,
my point, Marcus, is what does he have to do to like
what
be
does he
like, all
have
right,
to
this
do?
guy like deserves to be here?
Well, right now, if you look at Geeky's like, if you look at his point pace, I'm gonna just pull him up on a Elite Prospects right now because they do the point pace. But I think he's on like and it feels a bit unrealistic to start to do this at the beginning of the year, but it gives you a good perspective. 53 goal pace.
Hey, fifth plus for sure, right?
That's a 50 bomb would be insane from him this season after the contract he
Well,
signed.
but obviously the Olympics are in February, so what if he's at I don't know,
30 by
20,
then, like
yeah,
20.
25?
Here's my thing. It's like he didn't get to 9 goals until like 40 games last year, which is which goes to show like the start he's off to now, if he keeps at this sort of rate, I think it would just be really hard to keep him off, especially just like I said, considering what he's able to do for a team like Canada and their bottom six. Like the
I think it'd be
talent,
not like I
what?
think like that's what the Olympics are about. Like, no, like if a
Well,
guy's playing well for my country, like he deserves to be there.
I think it also comes down to just like how Canada wants to go with, and I think we love quoting
But I
Herb
think there's a
Brooks.
thing with this can't like I think there's a Canadian like thing where it's like there's so many like there's so many like ridiculous players from
Yeah,
Canada, right? Are
right.
like the top 10 players in the league, let's say, I don't know, s- six are Canadian off the top of my head,
Hmm.
right? So like I just feel like there's this like Canadian bias where it's like these guys just get in no matter what. And obviously, of course they do. But
Right.
then like who's gonna tell Sam Bennett no? Like that's a hard right. Like who's gonna tell Tom Wilson no? Like you know what I'm saying? So it's a uphill battle for him. But at the end of the day, man, like the numbers speak for themselves. Like I don't know.
the numbers speak for themselves. The play he's done kind of speaks for itself too, but it's just like who do you kind of
And I guess the people out there that say, well, he plays with Pasternak, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys have been new to like the Bruins for the Pasternak has become a playmaker in the last, I don't know, Marcus, 2, 3 years.
2, 3 years, yeah, easily.
So it wasn't
Because
like he's been this guy who's been like feeding players his whole life.
right, he developed this over the past couple of years, especially when you like we think about the perfection line and what that was. Pasternak was the guy who was fed
Yeah.
the pucks, right? So now
So
the fact
my
that he's
point is like I feel like
gone.
Geekie and Pasternak have kind of like grown into this together in a way. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like Pasternak's developed a playmaking ability with Geekie,
right.
and
So
Geekie can clearly put the puck in the net. I mean, that goal he had against who was it? Who before Carolina? Who they play?
they played Buffalo, right? So yeah, on Thursday. His goal
Walks in and
scoring.
buries it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's a shooter's goal right there.
Yeah. So Geeky would be a kind of guy where it's like, you catch him open, especially like if Canada wanted to use him on like a power play too. Like you catch him open and he throws a howitzer like he did against Buffalo. Good luck. Like
Yeah,
good luck. Like that is a hard shot to stop. Like just watching him do that. So,
and obviously I'm
um,
rooting against Canada, so part of me hope he doesn't make it because that'd be dumb. That'd be
yeah,
dumb by the
but
Canada.
what I'm saying is what I'm trying to say is just like the people who give him that notion that you feed off a guy who can find you like that. Well, if you're a goal scorer, like, you want to be able to be found like that. And Canada has a ton of guys who can make plays like that. So all the more reason to put the puck on a goal scorer's stick and have a playmaker find that. Like I'm not trying to like yeah, we're rooting against Canada, no doubt, but I
Well,
mean,
I wonder if it's a Zach Hyman situation
what do you what
when he scored 50 with McDavid.
where Geeky like doesn't isn't able to create his own scoring, you're saying?
Well, I think Zach Hyman gets like where's Zach Hyman from? Is he from Canada?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he owns like
Sniff
the
the like did he
Bulldogs.
sniff the Olympic roster or the Four Nations tournament last year? Like
I I don't think he did. I'm not gonna lie to you.
guy scored 50 freaking goals in the National Hockey League. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying? Like
Zach Hyman, hold on. Yeah, Hyman's from Toronto, born and raised, and they scored 50 goals in 2023-24. Follows up with 27 the next year, which was last year. This year, Zach Hyman has okay, wow, they've just oh wait, he's still injured, isn't he?
yeah, I don't know. I don't really watch
I don't think he's played a game.
how much they play on the West Coast at 10 at night. So
Oh yeah, he got injured against Dallas and he's like, yeah, shoot, I forgot about that. Um, but yeah, no. I feel like if Geeky can
that's a tough one. That's it kind of goes against my whole
no,
thing.
it's good. It's good. It's fine. We
No, I'm just
focus
saying
on
like that's a good reason for the people who would say to keep Geeky off is like, well, you look at Hyman. Hyman did the same thing.
well the thing is though is just like can Geeky follow up and build on because it's not a 50 goal season he's having. It's a 30 goal season that he had last season and still this year I think he's has one of the highest shooting percentages in the league, right? So,
I saw that stat that he leads the team. He leads the league in goals since February of last year. Like I
right.
thought to myself, like, at what point do people in hockey say like this guy's good? You know? And of
I
course, like I'm not already saying that, but like that's like all-star stuff, man. No, like
yeah.
you're not just like top five. You're what he's won. He's
Are
number one.
are we putting Morgan Geekie on the map for the rest of Canada to start discussing this?
Like
Like
yeah, like because I always feel like there's always like things with snats where it's like a guy can sneak in there right at like 7. You're like this guy is seventh in goals by the way. Like no one's ever talking about. He is number one. There's not one guy better than him. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like Connor McDavid, McKinnon, Cale Makar, the best players in the world don't have more goals than this guy does since February.
right, right. So sorry, hold on.
I just looked up because I was just curious. The Olympic rosters will be announced early January.
Oh, he has time.
So, well, that's why I kind of thought it's November 2nd. So it's like you only have 3 more months.
he has time
Two,
because
2 months.
because
Yeah.
because last year around this time he was I want to say like he was
Well, I'm saying for us to start talking about it, like he's getting, 2 months, but he's gonna have to
pick it up,
not
pick
like
it
pick it
up,
up, but he's gonna have to,
keep it up,
drive. Yeah,
keep it up. Right. So
pushing the ball down the field.
right. Last year I want to point out that he didn't score. Yeah, he didn't score his first goal until like mid-October, and then
He had that brutal start
yeah,
when
that start, and then remember I remember seeing on Bleacher Report there was a tweet where it was like, "Damn, tell me how you really feel," and like there was a Bruins fan who was like on him about being on the first line, and then he
well,
just like,
Montgomery scratched him, right?
I
And that
think so,
third
yeah,
month or whatever, and then he came back and he was better, I remember, after he got scratched.
yeah, and then the calendar year turned, and then he just went ballistic,
Like him
ballistic.
and Pasternak were the only two players on the team that really did anything
Yeah,
the
that
second.
really offensively contributed, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'm looking at all the ones in the goal column of his game log. Looking back to last year, like the second it hits 2025, 1
Yeah,
1 1 2 1.
sure.
What?
Been on a tear. So I always wonder though, right? Like that's my question. And it's really for sports. It's like how long does a player have to do it before like you just be considered like the guy?
Right. I just, I mean, how long does he have to do it? It's like you think about how much of a heater he's been on for this year, and it's like, where does that stack up compared to other players, right? Like, we could do a whole deep dive into every single Canadian player that is listed on the projected roster because right now, like, the NHL writers haven't even, we're talking about this, but, you know, NHL writers, they haven't even considered him. Like, we
Right.
named the forwards. The only right now looking at all these forwards,
Right
I
here though,
what?
the Olympic teams will have 25 players, which will have 14 forwards.
Right. So, but looking at the 14 forwards, I listed from this NHL website from yeah, the NHL media. Um right now I hate to say it, I can't think of because they already named six, right? So
Already
now
named, the certain guys. I know.
you already named six preliminary players. Crosby's already on there. He's locked. McKinnon's locked. McDavid, Point, and Reinhardt were five of six, like automatic players, and Makar was the only defenseman. So,
How about our guy on the Panthers? You think he gets a sniff this year or what?
who?
B Marsh 63, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's listed as one of them. I mean,
He's a lock, they listed him as?
they didn't list him as a lock, but it's like if you're still like Brad Marchand competing at the level you are for Florida, I feel like for him with his ability to play anywhere in the lineup, which we know he can, it's like, I mean, we've seen it all our lives.
Wouldn't that be cool, huh? Morgan Geekie and Brad Marchand at the same line at the Olympics. Really just
That
to
would that would be that would be
Bruins
quite
fans
the
while they're down.
what?
Just to, just to keep digging Bruins fans' graves if the NHL wants to do that.
Oh my gosh. I just overall with Geeky, I want to tie it back together. It's just like I read those bottom six names, like Sorelli's a lock, in my opinion. He's one of the
I
best.
hate Torelli. I'm sorry. I
What?
don't like the guy. And that because he plays in Tampa and he's just so good against the Bruins, but I think he stinks kind of.
Right. I saw a lot, and I haven't been able to watch like other teams as much, but okay, no, Brandon Hagel's picked it up. There were a lot of
I
people,
love him. I tell you this every time. I
yeah.
love watching that guy play hockey.
Brandon Bagel, like I was gonna say there was a lot of skepticism on the towards the beginning of the year, but he has since like picked it up. Like in his last four games, he
Tampa
has
kind of stinks, huh? Like just like in general this year.
yeah, they're not I want to say right now, if you check the lottery, they just dug out of it.
They're, they're last in the Atlantic.
Yeah, but hold on, am I looking
Played
at
the
this right?
least amount of games though.
Anyways, but Hagel started the season like really slow, and since then he's picked it up with like 8 points in his last
Right.
four.
So I wonder that, like, does he get a if say like Hagel stinks this year, just has a
Right.
bad year, whatever. does he get a bias because he was on the Four Nations? Like that's what I get scared of, and that's what I wonder.
That's what I wonder as well. And I feel like it's a little, I don't want to say it's a little premature to be discussing this because now you got my head
This is all
thinking
hypothetical, by the way.
it
Hagel's
is all hypothetical, but say like you look at the bottom six, like you think of what Canada's thinking, and they're like, okay, if Tom Wilson isn't performing, but it's like Tom Wilson probably is if we look at him. 13 points in 12 games. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a bottom six Canadian.
right.
That's going to be on that team. Um, so I guess it's really just subjective to situation for Geeky overall. You
Yeah,
know,
it
like
seems like it'd be a right time, right place. Like he'd probably have to have, not that I'd be rooting for this, of course, but he'd have to have some like injuries go his way as
right.
well, guys.
Because we saw, I think I forget who was injured in for Canada and Four Nations, but Thomas Harley got the call up, I guess. And
Was the defenseman, the Vegas Golden Knights defenseman.
oh, Petrangelo, right? Or
Yeah,
Theodore,
yeah.
I forget. But no,
It
in
was
jet,
hurt Angelo back then.
right. And
Doughty got hurt too, but he came back or something for the
I think he
nations.
did. On the other end, I was gonna say for USA, like Quinn Hughes not being there, Jake Sanderson comes in, like scores a goal in the final game. So things like that can happen. Obviously, you don't like wish for it, but it's like I
Yeah,
said, it
I'm not
goes back
wishing.
to what?
I'm just saying I'm not wishing everybody hurt. It just feels like that would have
Yeah,
it would have to be stuff like that where it's like he somehow makes it because a lot of guys can't go.
right. So it's just for Geeky, it's subjective to situation, but I mean, hey, if he continues to produce like this, he can make a case.
I think it's a great talking point. And I do wonder like we kind of talked about. Say he gets to 25 before Christmas. Like how do you say no to that? You know?
25 goals of Geek.
I guess let's not say Christmas. I guess a good New Year's Day is a good way to think about it.
Yeah, so they play the Oilers the 31st. That's like the last,
And they obviously play Tampa.
right.
Or
So
oh wait, no, never mind. That's a different thing. That
right.
was the classic. That's the Stadium Series. That's not
So he has 27 games to kind of like I guess you said
16 goals in 27 games. That's about like every other night, huh?
basically you would he would have to be at an every other night like goal per half goal per game or at least because he only has two assists, right? So it's like you'd have
Yeah,
to
he's
be
got he's
no
got to find if he can make up his goals with assists. Like if he's not scoring but he's getting assists though, he might have a better he might make a case that way as well. But
right. And you're also thinking about the fact that well, at least now with the injury of Elias Lindholm, he's back in the first line. He wasn't because of the fact that Husnudinov was taking his like left wing spot. So, now that he's back up there, it's like can that sort of
another thing too is we have 10 minutes left.
I
Another thing
know
too is I don't know if
we should
25
finish.
25 might be a ridiculous number, and I might be like I mean like you know what I'm saying like 20
Yeah,
could get him. I have no idea.
but
He's obviously kept pace with the best guys in the world, right? So that's a good thing way to think about it.
he's tied for second. So it's like if I think it overall comes down to the Bruins, like can they keep up their offensive consistency?
Right.
I
And
think
yeah, that's another thing too is how does the Bruins play? Like, do they
right.
just fall apart now or
So honestly, that's really up to them. In terms of just like Geeky though, I feel like if he takes advantage of the power play time that he gets, because he's easily PP1, um, and then being back on that first line with Husnudinov, who is
well, I love, by the way, that guy's awesome.
he's the best.
That's just a statement. I don't have anything else to say on who's the up besides he's just great
Yeah,
at everything.
yeah. Line to line when you think about like his emergence and it's like what he does for the first line, like that guy's on top of pucks all the time.
He's also fast as balls, man.
Yeah.
Guy
So
flies around the ice.
So when you talk about the mix on that line and his ability to kind of just be everywhere, like we talk about the speed, it's like that sets up Geeky and Pasternak to be like producing the way they were. Like it stinks that Elias is sidelined
Yeah.
for the time that he is, but you know,
Oof.
think
The
about
brutal. We haven't discussed that. We probably should.
what
That's a brutal injury that they can't really afford to have Elias Lindholm miss games for them right now.
yeah, I know. Especially if you want to keep that competitiveness, like, Lindy's been a huge part of the I even want to say the power play. Like coming in from Calgary and Vancouver, like his net front presence, like
Yeah.
the redirects and everything,
Does he
like
have a goal 5-on-5 yet? He probably does, but I don't know.
uh I can't say I know. Hold on.
I would have to say yes, but then again, I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if he has a goal because I know he has a couple empty netters too. So I'm like, does he have a 5-on-5 goal this year?
Power play goals. He does not have a 5-on-5 goal.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
Pa-
tough. You gotta fix that.
That's a 7 of his 9 points have come in the power play. So that's interesting. But
Yeah, but
anyways,
power play was dust last year, so that's fine. Sure,
that's
do it.
that's true. We'll take it. We'll take it. As long as the power play is beginning to cook more and the PK can stay solid like it has, dude, I'm fine with Bruins special teams being that way and Lindy
What would they
taking
go? What they
advantage.
go last year? 0 for 32 or whatever the hell it was straight.
I don't remember, and honestly, I've like blocked it out of my mind.
It was laughable how bad they were last year.
Yeah. So all in all, do we want to wrap this up?
Yeah, unless you have something else to talk about.
I don't I wanted to talk about how much I've loved Casey Milstead in that second line.
Oh, it's
Beauties,
awesome.
but
That's
you know.
good, man. I guess like I don't know. I guess he's supposed to stink from everything I've read about him and
He
like wherever I've heard about him. He was supposed to be this awful person.
he was considered to be like an added piece into the trade, the Charlie Coyle like trade when we got like Zellers in the second and he was supposed to be the add-on. I didn't consider him that, and I never wanted to, considering the offensive output that he could bring. And since he's been benched, he's showing that on the wing. So
I remember him in juniors, right? And like World Juniors, and this guy was supposed to be this like the guy, and he's just I don't know. He's kind of stunk everywhere
so he
apparently.
can so I don't think he's
Guy
stunk.
has
It's
like wicked skill. Like you could see it. I feel like on
yeah.
the ice, he's working well with Arvidsson right now.
So
And but
yeah.
him and Arvidsson, I feel like they have a really good. They're really good wings.
Yeah, and Zaga's two-way game only complements that on like the defensive side of things. Middlestat's been stepping it up too in that
No, I
aspect.
love the top two lines have been a pleasant surprise. Obviously, with Lindholm now, we'll see,
Yeah,
right? How sample size wise
right.
with Lindholm. I mean, you know my take. They were good against Carolina. The third line's been I don't. They've been useless to me. They don't do anything. I'm sure everyone's gonna be like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not a big like, oh, grind the team away guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
grind the other team all you want. If you're not scoring goals or doing anything, like, why do I care?
Right. But I think top to bottom, we have to like to wrap it to put it all together. It's like they have been generating a lot more chances. And
Recently, they've
some
been
games it's one
ever since I
line.
started saying they're awful, they've been better. See, I just do that to people. I just bring out the best in people's games. You know,
Well, to be honest, I hope we can
coach.
continue to do that.
I just
So
push people to the best.
What's up?
I should be a coach, maybe.
Yeah.
I get the best out of my players.
Herb Brooks, we're looking for the right ones. Canada's looking for the right ones, and Morgan Geekie.
Not Morgan Geekie, apparently.
Oh my God. We're starting the propaganda, the Morgan Geeky to Canada propaganda. So
Campaign this, and it's gonna happen. You watch.
we're starting it now. It is November
And when it
2nd.
happens, by the way, to the YouTube people out there, it's November 2nd, 5:40. Daylight Savings Day. Patriots just won. Patriots just beat the Falcons 24-23. Okay? For the exact time that you know this is recording. If
Yeah.
and when, what's his name? Elliot Friedman in Canada starts talking about Morgan Geekie making the Olympic team, I want everyone to come back here to us to be like, you guys were right about it because
We'll
we
see.
were.
We'll see what happens. But yeah,
Next going
Casey.
forward, then you can also come back and tell me that he sucks, and I'll be like, you were absolutely right. I was such a fool. He should go nowhere near the Olympic team.
Oh my God. Well, I can't wait to see what happens with this because I did not wake up today thinking that this was going to be a topic of conversation, but I feel like I had a lot of fun doing that. Casey, I don't know if you got any other statements to say except for that declaration, but that was well
Uh,
spoken.
we'll see what they are. I have no idea what they are right
You
now.
have no idea.
You be determined, the Bruins.
To be det the to be determined bees. We will see.
Exactly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I will wrap this podcast up. I don't know when I'm gonna get it up, but probably like tomorrow morning for you Monday morning listeners. Y'all can listen to it wherever you are, wherever you like to listen to your podcasts and whatnot. Sorry for the
If you
technical.
want more of this, let us know. I don't know if you never want to see my face ever again. It doesn't matter to me.
People want to see you. People want to
You're gonna
see
try
you.
to do
They
this on
should.
Sunday.
What?
You do this every Sunday. You do it after a game.
I try to, so like there's game reviews and then like Sundays are usual like podcast recording days. Like days where
Like a look back at the week.
yeah, like look back at what they've done over the past couple of games and whatnot. It's just like a bit of a, you take everything and you put it together. So, anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. This has been After Further Review slash the Marcusi Show. We will workshop names and whatnot. Casey, thank you for coming on. I will see you,
Thank you,
legends.
buddy.
I will see you,
Subscribe to my
legends.
Twitter, please. I'm awesome on there. My Twitter's awesome. I make
I'll
jokes. It's a great time.
I'll plug all your stuff. But we will see you, legends, in the next one. Bye bye.